Hello, conversationists. Welcome back to Ross. And if you're just joining us, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you do get to acquaint yourself with the family and engage in the conversations as much as you can. Get to share, get to like, and comment, of course. Okay, so today's episode is okay. I'm just thinking, yes. Whatever you want to do in life as a person, regardless of how much you know, there's somebody always, there's somebody out there who knows something, who is doing something likewise. And sometimes it's not just about knowing those people, it's actually getting the push to, build your own uniqueness. So many years back, why the thought of starting a conversation around teenhood and curating conversations around prisonhood, still, lingering here, creating conversations even around the men was just, it was just a picture that wasn't so clear. I kept asking myself, okay, uh, can this go? Can this work? Is it possible? Is it worthy? Is it necessary? All of those questions. But then I would give myself a pat on the back and say, yeah, I'm the man for the job. I'm the person for the conversation. Uh, Everybody's probably doing it, but everybody's not doing it the way I'll do it. You probably must have thought of yourself in that same light before. Then I started looking, I went to like in retrospect, just reminiscing about my life, and I've seen patterns that I've been able to, like some recurring patterns that have always made me question, like, okay, I always feel like, okay, I'm the odd one. I'm not the regular one. The things that will happen to my friends or the patterns or the smooth roads that my friends would take or classmates or people who are in the same level would take, it's always not, doesn't always turn out the same for me. I don't know about you and I don't know how much of that you've experienced, and sometimes it can be frustrating when it looks like everybody's having it easy, and then when it gets to your turn, it's like, okay, you have been fished out like maybe the devil, or probably you are the Jonah in the in the boat that needs to be cast into the river. But we are not sure if there's a shark that's going to be catching you and saving you and protecting you from all other animals out there. Yeah. So those are some of the things I kept thinking, like, okay, I'm wondering why do so many things not happen to me regularly like others? Why is the journey not always like, sometimes you really want to crave for it to be smooth and nice and just to feel like, that you're amongst other people, you are normal, like everything doesn't have to be extra, extra. And then the way your thought pattern, sometimes you don't process things the way others process them, and you probably think that you're not okay. I think I've been there myself. I'm still there now. Like, it's always very different. It's always very different. And maybe I don't know what will spoil you to think, trigger you to think that way, or make you think that way. But for me, there's trauma though. There's quite a lot of story behind that. And then sometimes I'll just give myself, I'll say, okay, is it even okay to be the odd one? Because standing out, what's like? So one day I was strolling through the streets of YouTube because I used to watch quite a lot of podcasts. And I used to watch quite a lot of gospel messages. I still do today. And then I stumble upon a message from someone by name. And the title of the message is what got me. Okay, married at 53, had a child, I think at 54, and what. I don't know what the rest of the information. That caught my attention. I'm like, okay. No, married at 40, what? 45, actually. Got her first child at, was it 47 or what? That's what I was reading. And then it says, it's okay to be the odd one. I think that was one of the hashtags or so. So I click, and this beautiful brown skin Ghanaian woman is speaking, probably at a conference. And she's just telling her story and her journey. And I'm like, okay, this is it. Is this the push that I need? Because this wasn't necessarily for the podcast though. There are a lot of things that I have wanted to do, and the things I write a lot. And I wondered why it felt awkward to be writing the way that I did. So I was looking at her, I'm like, okay. And she was just narrating a story. She was born in this place, conceived, was it in Tama, Ghana, or where? I can't remember that. But she will always say, I was conceived in this place, I was born here, and then I grew up there. And she's always talking about her dad. So I'm like, look at this mom, okay? So what's the story? And then she talked and talked and talked and talked, and then she kept emphasizing it's okay to be the odd one. There's nothing wrong. I never forget how she put it. You know the Ghanaian accent. It's okay to be the odd one. I said, okay. And then I listened to her a couple of times on YouTube. So when I do some of the things, it gave me so much like a relief to know that I wasn't really being crazy, really being the odd one, or thinking out of the box, or doing things the way that I do, or probably not achieving at the same speed as others were achieving. And I'm like, okay, it's definitely okay to be the odd one. I don't know if you get what I'm driving at, but there are people who just sometimes they inspire you. And I would always say, let's give it honor where it is due. It adds to us, it doesn't subtract. So I'll say Gifty Auntie gave me Gifty Aunt Oheneyere Gifty Auntie of Ghana gave me a push. She gave me a push. That's many, many years back when I watched that video on YouTube. I don't know if it's been up to 6 years, but it's definitely more than 4. And I was looking at it. That statement, it's okay to be the odd one, just made me relax. It just relaxed my nerves and I wasn't anxious anymore. Wasn't so bothered. I wasn't so worried like, okay, you're probably on the wrong path because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. Okay. So she gave me a push. And before I start the conversations I want to start here, I thought it was important for just to mention and just talk a bit about those who've inspired me in the ways that they have. Probably they don't know it. And hopefully, ma'am, if you get to see this video someday, thank you. Thank you very much. So she inspires me. She's a Ghanaian journalist, a convener of the program or yes, I call the program The Standpoint. Listen to the feminine side. Yeah, I also discovered that one just a few years back. So that's one of the persons that I thought I really should appreciate here and not just wave it like it was nothing. So thank you. If you ever get to see this video, thank you. And if you're there, you feel like you're the odd one and things are like happening for people and they're not happening for you the way you want them to, it's okay to be the odd one. Not being the odd one foolishly, just trying to be odd and be foolish. That's not what that message was about. Things are not happening the way they happen to others. Don't beat yourself about it. It's okay to be the odd one, yeah. So that's about it on this particular episode. I hope to get your comments and keep them as respectful as always. I'll see you shortly. Bye.